Hello, friends. It's Sunday night, and I'm very happy to be here and happy to have you with me. Hi, guys. I see there's lots of folk here already. Rose, I'm sorry that you weren't able to be here on Friday night, but really glad you're here tonight. Have been thinking about you and hoping you're doing okay. And what Nicole said, sending you a great big hug, which is nice. Thanks, Nicole, for that. Let me just pop my glasses on because I can read the comments better when I have my glasses on. So let's see who we've got. We've got some of the usual suspects. And that's not a bad thing. That's a great thing. Hey there, Jean. Nice to see you. Okay, 40s Fahrenheit. What is that in degrees Celsius, I wonder? Does anyone know? I mean, I could look on my phone or I could do a quick search on my, here we go, 40 degrees F to C. There we go. Oh, that's cold. That's 4.5 degrees Celsius. That's what we call cold. That's really cold. Wow, that temperature sure has cooled off fast in your neck of the woods. That's for sure. Okay, let's see. I know that getting down in the 30s, is it 30 something is what we call 0 degrees, because in Australia we follow metric and 0 degrees is freezing. Okay, freezing point is 0 degrees, boiling point is 100 degrees. So it's really easy. Metric is really easy to know what temperature means. Okay, obviously a 40 degrees Celsius day is what we call super hot. That's getting up over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. But it's really easy to calculate when you know that 0 is freezing and 100 is boiling. So makes it much easier for us. I think we have the easy end of the deal. You guys have got it much harder, but you're used to it, I guess, right? Oh, yes, what Donna said too. Hope you're feeling better, Rose. And happy Sunday to you, Michelle. Hey, Katrina, nice to see you. Hi, Elizabeth. Hello, hello. Yes, I know. Usual Suspects. Did anyone ever see that film? That was a kind of a weird, little bit violent film. I don't know if I'd recommend it, but it's clever. It's called The Usual Suspects, and it stars Kevin Spacey and Gabriel Byrne and a whole bunch of other pretty well-known people. So, but yeah, if anyone knows you'd like 4 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I don't know. So you don't like the hot weather, Kay? Yeah. Why are you on the floor? Why? I don't understand. What do you mean you're not liking your chances of getting up for a while? Why? What's happened? What have you done to yourself? Yes, it's a twisty ending. That's right, Nari. I don't mind a film with a twist. And I guess that's what I did like about it, even though it was hard to follow part of it. But yeah, once I kind of worked out at the end what was going on, it was, oh, I see. Yeah, good evening, Jenny. Nice to see you. All right. Well, we have cards to make and crafting to do. So I'm going to get this camera switched around and let's have a little play. I'm actually going to make a card that I've made before. Now, I made this card on a reel I did a reel for Instagram about I don't know how long ago, maybe a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. But anyway, then I posted, but I realized I hadn't posted a photograph of the card, and I did that earlier today. And everyone loved it. And I thought, you know what, I should show how to make that card on the live. So some of you might know the card I'm talking about. Oh, you don't like the heat, K? Yeah, a lot of people don't. A lot of people. I don't like the cold either. I'm fussy. I like somewhere in the middle. I like autumn and I like spring because it's not too hot, not too cold. They're my favorite seasons. Yes, I hope she's on the floor intentionally as well, Jenny. That's the thing. You bought a new lounge. Oh, I see. So you don't have anywhere to sit that's not the floor. I get it. I hope you have some cushions or something. All right. That's funny. All right. So let's get the camera switched around and let's talk crafty. Let's do that. All right. Okay. I've got and I haven't even changed. I usually change my paper and make it pretty. And I realized as I was about to start, oops, I haven't changed it from Friday night. Oh, well. So those of you who were here Friday night will remember we played with the Lighthouse Point set and those beautiful little alphabet stamps and the matching best label punch. And I had some really great feedback. People really liked seeing how you use the punch. And isn't that a great set? I mean, it's a really, really cute bundle that actually is very inexpensive. Oh, so Alison, or Sunny, as we know her, you like summer and winter. Uh-huh. Right. I don't know. I reckon, what do they say, that a lot of us have Stamper's butt? So we probably could sit on the floor. But yes, there we go. If no one's heard that expression before, I promise you it's out there. A lot of us, self included, have what we call Stamper's butt. Yes. Hello, hello. Oh, how do I pronounce your name? Is it Pra? Do I say Pra? Is that how it works? You tell me if that's the right way to say it. Hey there, Megan. How are you? Nice to see you. All right. Good evening indeed. All right. So I'm going to turn straight to the page which has the set that I want to use tonight. And this is the one that I use. So I came up with a card, and I'm just going to make the card for you tonight. Actually not sure what I've done with it. I haven't seen it for a couple of days, but it's here somewhere. But that's okay. I'll find it. And in the meantime, I'll make another one. And then I won't need to find it. So originally I had this set here. It's called Quiet Meadow. Some of you may have seen me use this one before. It's one I've had for quite a while. And then I decided, when they brought this one, Nature's Harvest, out, it was in a mini catalogue last Christmas, the second half of last year. And I liked it, but I thought it was too similar to Quiet Meadow and I didn't really need it. Okay, so I held off buying this one for a long time. But it had some beautiful paper and nice dies, and gradually I got one over and thought, well, maybe I need it after all. But having said that, I use both of these sets, and they're both really lovely sets. So they both have one long kind of thin stamp that goes on block E. So this one has got this little bunch of flowers. This one's got some what looks like chamomile flowers, don't they? Or something else. Somebody might know the right name of those. This one's got, like, I use a lot of the black. I use this splatter a lot, and it's got some nice words and then some nice text. Text is always good. And then the Nature's Harvest set has that big long strand, and then it's got a small group of flowers and like a little background splotchy stamp. And I'm going to use these ones tonight. They've both got really nice sentiments, really, really lovely. So if you had a friend who wasn't feeling well, this Sending Healing Thoughts, May Nature's Beauty bring peace to your soul. I thought that was really, really pretty. A reminder to never forget how much you mean to me and so many others. A nice thank you and a great good luck. Okay, this would be handy around St. Patrick's Day. I could use that one. So yeah, this is the one I've officially used today. But to be honest, I could use either of these and get a really similar effect. But this one's called Nature's Harvest. That's the one I'm using tonight. It's $37 here in Australia, and there are matching dies. Okay, this one is actually a bundle. This one isn't. Does have matching dies, but they are no longer a bundle. This one is still a bundle. So even though it was a bundle in the last catalogue that it was in at the end of last year, it's also a bundle in this one. And that quite often isn't the case. If you see something that's a bundle's great because it saves you 10% when you buy it. But if you see it, quite often what happens is they don't carry the bundle over into the following catalogue. This one they have, okay? So you can still get that one as a bundle. If it does continue into the next catalogue, I don't know what they're going to do. I never know. I can't say anything with any certainty, but I would probably expect it not to be a bundle again if they do carry it over. Don't know. Anyway, here's the set. All right, it's called Nature's Harvest. Here's the other one, Quiet Meadow. Both really lovely. I like the splatter in this one. I probably use that the most. That's the stamp I use most in this set. And the stamp I use most in this one is probably this splotchy one. Similar reason. I like creating backgrounds with those kind of stamps. So I'll pop Quiet Meadow out of the way. There aren't any, there is actually no die work in this card. It's a very simple card. I'm going to grab out the big guy, the big one here. Crafting on the floor is essential when there's no more room, or the desk. What did I see? I saw someone post today about saying that, hey there, Rhonda, nice to see you. Santa's butt. No, I don't know anything about that, Jean. I do not know. Oh, hey there, Jody. Nice to see you. I see you're on a little bit late tonight. Yeah, sit on the bed, said Jody. That's a good idea too. But there was a post I saw today. Someone, I can't even remember who posted it, but somebody posted it and said that cleaning the craft room means clearing a space from the door to the craft table or to the desk. So there we go. All right, so I've popped it's a rubber stamp set. Actually, both of these two sets are rubber stamps, but the one I'm using tonight is a rubber stamp. And rubber stamps work really well for this technique. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab out some markers. Mossy Meadow is a color that I use a lot when I'm doing stems of flowers and things like that, because it's a nice neutral green and it's dark, so it'll do the job. And I'm turning my marker onto the side and I'm coloring straight onto my stamp. Because for anyone who doesn't know, exactly what the ink that is in an ink pad is also in the markers. Okay, so that means if you have the color marker that you want, you can color onto your stamps. This doesn't work as well on photopolymer stamps. This technique works best with rubber. Okay, but yeah, it doesn't work as well on photopolymer. So I've turned my pen on the side and I'm just really quickly coloring the bits that I want to be green, which is Mossy Meadow. And then I'm deciding what color. I'm going to go with the Blackberry Bliss for the center of the flowers, I think. Oh, you know what? I've changed my mind. I don't want Blackberry Bliss. I think I'll do Blackberry Bliss for the, I'm just going to wipe it off with a finger. I could have used a wipe or something else, but anyway, finger's good enough. Sorry guys for anyone that offended. I'm going to do my petals with Blackberry Bliss. But then I might do the center of the flowers with like a nice strong yellow or something like that. I think that would look good. All right, so I'm just going to turn them on the side. I'm going to color all these, and I might do the tops of these flowers. This one is kind of inside out. The other one's not so much. I'm looking to see if I've missed any other comments. Did you get any more snow? Or is that the snow's gone now? Echinacea, that's what I was trying to think of. It could be a chamomile, but echinacea is definitely like this as well. They both have what I would call backward petals. Does anyone know for sure? But yeah, echinacea is probably right. And that stuff's meant to be really, really good for you. Right, and I'm going to go, I think, crushed curry. Let's try that. And we'll add that to the bottom here, this one, and the tops of these. So what we're doing, this technique is direct to rubber with markers. I don't know if there's a fancier name, or markering. Some people might call it markering with stamps. But I'm just making sure that I have colored the whole thing. So I've got my colors worked out. And then what I want to do before I stamp it, so it's going to go about here. I want to have it to one side and I want to have it up a tiny bit so I've got room at the bottom for my sentiment. But I'm going to huff on it with my breath. I know that sounds weird. Because any parts of the stamp that have already dried, I want them to be a little bit wet again. And because these are water-based inks, the steam from my breath is going to freshen it all back up again. And then I have got my stamping beautifully done in different colors. And it's a really, really simple technique, but I really love it. I always have loved being able to use markers on my stamps because it gives you that instant multicolored idea. Okay, now while I am here, I'm thinking maybe let's try crumb cake. Soft suede would work as well, but I want to use that other little splodgy stamp here. I'll start with crumb cake because it's the lighter color, and then if it's not dark enough, we'll add some soft suede. I'm just looking. You like both sets together? I know they do work really well together, and I think that's why they put them on the same page in the catalogue, right? Makes sense to me that they would do that. All right, so I'm just going to, yeah, that's probably dark enough, you know. And I'm just going to kind of add it as a background, just like that. Right, you can't really go wrong with this stamp. It just adds a bit of background, but it's not particularly defined. And I really love the way that it looks on my page. So that's just in crumb cake. I think crumb cake was right. All right, now I've got a piece of copper here, okay, copper foil. I love copper foil and I love it with black. I have a thing about copper and black, okay. Now, hang on. Cheers here before bling is needed. I know, right? I'm just looking to see if I've missed any comments. I don't think you missed anything, Sunny, did you? Don't think so. Yep, we haven't even got to the bling, but this kind of counts for bling. I am going to use bling, but you have a bit of shine with this. Hey there, Cheryl, nice to see you. Okay, the magic half. Yes, that's what we could call it, the magic half. Yeah, I love background stamps too. All right, so I have actually measured this already, so it is exactly the same height as my cardstock. Oh, and by the way, the cardstock, does anyone recognize it? It's got a bit of shimmer to it. It's shimmery white. Shimmery white is probably one of my favorite colored cardstocks, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, this is white. Okay, can you see the difference in the color? So it's a little bit more on its way to vanilla, but it is not as dark. It's not as vanilla as vanilla. Vanilla is very vanilla, appropriately. Hey there, Jenny. How are you, Jenny? Hope you've had a nice weekend. But this is shimmery white, and it has got that beautiful shimmer to it. It's a kind of a specialty paper. It's a little bit more expensive than your regular cardstock. I always keep a pack of it on hand because I like it for watercoloring. It handles water very well, and I love the shimmer that it has. And I also like the fact that it is ever so slightly off-white. Okay, so really handy for a whole variety of different things. Now you'll see that I've actually didn't put this on purpose, didn't put it right in the middle because I want to put some copper down this side. And I didn't cut it earlier because I thought I'll wait until I stamp it to see how wide I want it to be. But that looks to me like it's going to be about 1 inch. So I am actually going to put it in my trimmer here at the 1 inch mark. And I'm going to do 1 inch, and let's see how that looks. Okay. So that means that would go straight down here, and look, it's almost exactly right. So covering up the tiniest bit of that stamp, and I'm fine with that. Okay, looks really, really good. But what we want to do with this is we want to make it even more fantastic by embossing it. And there is something about embossing on foil. There's just, if you have never tried embossing, like as in dry embossing through your cut and emboss machine, if you've never embossed on foil, you really should. It is fantastic, really, really good. But because I'm using a 6-inch wide embossing folder, I'm going to need my bigger machine, my bigger cut and emboss machine. So let me just grab these out of the way so that they're not taking up space on my table. And I'm going to zoom this out a little bit so you can see a bit more of the messy desk and the mess on the floor and all that stuff, all the stuff. All right, and I've still got, I haven't used it obviously since. You can see I've still got some, you might recognize these falling out from our crackers, our bonbons that we made on Friday night. Does anyone remember those? Rose, I know you missed Friday night. If you want to see what we did Friday night with the lighthouse and the punch and the bonbons that we made, or crackers, depending on, we made these as well, then that was on Friday night. So that's what you missed. If you wanted to go back and watch it, you sure can. Okay. All right. So this is one of my favorite embossing folders. I've got a couple I really like. I love the painted texture, but I love this one. This is Timeless Type. And if you look closely, it has got like letters in it. Not that you can really read it because it's kind of all blotchy. And I love that about it. I love it. It's a very, very indistinct look. So what I do is I take off my adapter plate and my clear plates, and I'm just going to use the platform because this is a 3D embossing folder, and we're going to pop that on the bottom. We're going to pop our bit of copper. Now also, just something about these folders have a line. Can you see this line at the bottom? Okay, the black line there, and it makes it really easy to line up the edges in line with that. Okay, makes it really, really easy. Now for this, because it's a 3D plate, we need our specialty plate, okay? And as it says, it's not a cutting surface. It is for embossing, and all you need is the base plate, the 3D folder with the piece of paper or foil inside, and then your 3D specialty plate on top. That's all you need, okay? And we just pop that on top of that. I always put my, and it goes through like butter. It's super, super easy, okay? I always put my embossing folders through, so they go through hinge first because it's meant to be less hard on your embossing folders, and they should last longer. All right, so I'm going to open that up and pull this out. And can you see how beautiful this is? Look at that. It's just stunning. I love embossed foil. It's the bomb, guys. Really, really want to do it. If you haven't given it a try, you really should. And I have to tell you that everyone I have spoken to or seen or commented on this card, nearly everybody told me that the reason they loved it so much was because of this foil, the embossed piece. Okay, now there are letters, like I said, on that, so you still do need to be careful to put it up the right way. Let me zoom back in. It is a great embossing folder. I know, it's lovely. Really, really lovely. So this now can go straight onto this piece here, and it's just going to set off this whole card. Just looks gorgeous. All right, so I'm going to, you could use seal or Tombow or whatever you happen to have handy. Here we go. I'm just going to pop that down. I did the card. I used more autumn colors. I actually think I like this blackberry even better. The blackberries are really nice. So I'm just lining this up with the two edges, top and bottom, and the side there, and just give it a good push because it's a liquid glue, so we want to make sure that it makes good contact and it's going to stay in place. All right, and then I'm going to turn that over. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to stamp my greeting. So the greeting that I want to use is this lovely thank you, and that's just in here, and I will pop that on a just pop it on a block here. And I think I'm deciding, will I go with soft suede, or maybe the blackberry would be a good color to stamp my greeting in because it matches the petals, so that'll be nice. So let's pop that right there just to one side. Isn't that a nice thank you? Now, if you do happen to stamp your thank you crooked, and I can see mine is a tiny bit crooked, and that's because I didn't get right in over the top of it and do it carefully enough, but it's not crazy bad, but I can see it's slightly crooked. What you could do is stamp it on a label or a piece that goes across there and cover that up. That would be an easy fix. What we'll do is going to grab a couple of, I've got a few, oh, there's a black one. There's a ring in there. I don't know what it's doing there. I've just got a few of these beautiful brush metallic dots left. There are copper ones, which would have been really nice, but I don't have, I've only got one. There's one gold one, one copper one, and a whole bunch of bronze. So I guess we're going bronze tonight, and that's okay because it's still got a greeny tinge to it, so it's going to match in with our foliage just fine. And I'm going to have one here. And then I'm going to have a little guy right up here near the top. There we go, just like that. Let's pop this onto the backing piece. Now, I have chosen black as my backing piece. There is something, I have to tell you, something about copper and black that just, I don't know what's so exciting about it. It just is. Hey there, Judy. Nice to see you. Okay. I'm just going to pop that right here in the middle of this black piece of cardstock. And you know what? The copper piece on this makes this such an elegant card. I think you will agree. It's super elegant. And I have, as my base piece here, I thought a piece of crumb cake would look nice. My original card, I used soft suede and then put a piece inside to write on because soft suede's getting a little bit dark to write on. You could write on the crumb cake or you could put a piece inside. Okay, so let's attach that. Thank you. I'm glad you think it's elegant. I do too. I really liked it, and I was really delighted that everybody loved it so much when I posted it earlier, and I thought, oh, looks like that's going to be one of the cards we'll do tonight because everyone seems to like that one. Here we go. Just like that. And let's push it down. There we go. Card number one, done. What do you think? Do we like it? Isn't that pretty? And very simple, okay? Super simple. I'm just looking to see if I missed any comments, if I missed anything. Oh, thanks, Michelle. The stamp set is called Nature's Harvest, Cheryl. It's this one, and it's on page 68 in your annual catalogue. Okay, it's just beautiful. There are two sets on that page, which is Quiet Meadow and Nature's Harvest. And as somebody else mentioned, they go really nicely together. But if you were looking to choose just one, it would be really hard to choose which one to get because they're both beautiful, and they've both got their good points and fantastic points. There aren't any bad points. I love the splatter in this one. I love this text. Love both of those. But that's the one I've used tonight. I've used Nature's Harvest tonight, and I think it turned out really nice. Okay, let's put that one to one side. And I thought I would make something with another set that I used on Friday night. And this is another annual catalogue set. We're doing annual catalogue tonight. As I'm moving into this, I have just ordered a brand new suite that has just been released for demonstrators. Some of you will know it. It's the, is it Flowering Florets? I think it's called something Florets. I have it on order, and I'm hoping it's going to arrive sometime this week. And I will show it to you guys probably next weekend. I'm expecting it to arrive soon. But what is fantastic about that suite is you can actually buy all the different lovely components of the suite, or you can actually buy the whole suite. Although right now the embellishments, the little swirls, the gems are in the set are not yet available, but they should be in any day. But you can buy the rest of it. But the cool thing is only demonstrators can get it until November. Then customers will be able to buy it. So it's not long to wait. But for anyone who is already a demonstrator, you can get it now. Or if you were thinking about joining as a demonstrator, you could get that in your starter kit and a whole bunch of other stuff on top of that as well, because right now they're offering a really great deal on the starter kit. So the starter kit is normally $169, and for that, here's a little blurb about the starter kit. This is the special, okay? So normally it's $169. You get $235 worth. Oh, sorry, $235. Is that right? Have I said the right thing? Yes, $235 worth of product of your choice. You can choose whatever you want. But right now, the starter kit, this month only until the end of October, you'll get $283 worth of product. So that's an extra nearly $50, an extra $48 that you get on top of the regular kit, which means you're actually getting, I should have worked that out. What's 283 minus 169? Does anyone know off the top of their head? Oh, you got your Floret Suite, Jean. Good. I'm really excited to see what people are going to do with it. Donna, it's lovely. Yeah, really, really nice. And the frames in there are just gorgeous. We haven't had ovals for a while, and there's just beautiful oval frames that I think everyone's going to love. It's very elegant. So right up our alley, girls. That's what it is. It will be, Glenda, it will be, are you in Australia? I'm not sure if you are. If you are, it was unorderable if you wanted the whole suite, because the swirls, the little embellishments, are unavailable. But you can order everything else, okay? So you just order the suite, but without, like, all the single pieces, but without the embellishments. 115, there you go, an extra $115 worth of product in there for free. And then once you're a demonstrator, then you get a discount on all your purchases. Why would you not do this? This is the best deal, okay? I would not be doing my job if I didn't tell you what the best value is, and this is the best value, okay? So if anyone has any questions about that or would like to join, we have a whole bunch of demonstrators watching this, and I know that they know I'm absolutely telling the truth when I say there is no catch, okay? It's just a really fantastic thing to do, and it will save you a ton of money if you're regularly putting orders in anyway. For some of my really regular customers, I just think to myself, it's like being a VIP customer, okay, and getting a special deal all the time. So reach out, let me know, but it is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, Glenda, that's why you can't order the whole thing. You're in Queensland, which means that not because you're in Queensland, but you're in Australia, and you can't order it because so far in Australia they haven't got the swirls. As soon as the swirls come in, you'll be able to order the whole suite with one code. And hopefully they'll be available by the time customers can order them in November. But if you want everything else, you can get everything else right now. So it's just the swirls that you can't get. Yeah, I know what you mean. If you have items that you've already got, sometimes it's really smart to play with new ones. I'm pretty good these days at playing with all the stuff I have. I used to not be as good as it, but I think these lives means that I'm always doing stuff with new things all the time, and people love to see new things. So it keeps me moving, and I actually was looking through to see if I've got any stamp sets that I haven't touched yet, and I don't think I have. which is, it never used to be like that. It used to always be that I would have lots of things that I hadn't touched, but pretty sure I've played with everything. Okay, I am looking for a stamp set on page 40. Here we go. Now, I played with this on Friday night. Let me see. Here it is. And we're going to play with it again tonight because it's so cool. This is such a cool set. And as I was saying, I love mixed fonts. Mixed fonts are fantastic. All right, so we're going to do a nice, simple little card. Let me get a couple of things out of the way. With this one, bigger squish, it's only $30, and you've got your big and small of each word, so you can mix and match the words, and I think it's really cool. So, you know, you can have a whole bunch of happies, large, and then you can have some script ones. You can have your birthday in script and happy in the big letters. You can have hello friend and mix and match. You really can really do a lot of stuff with this set, and it's really, really versatile. Hey there, Judy. Nice to see you. You missed the lovely card. Do you want me to show it to you again? Now, Rose just said, I'm telling the truth. I know I am. Absolutely. All right, so this is the card we just finished, Rose. Sorry, Judy. If you want to see it, you might want to go back and watch the beginning later, okay? But right now, stick with me and we'll make a cute card. So here's my biggest wish set, and I've got some colors that I really, really like, and I'm going to play around with these colors. And I also cut out, I've got a couple of options here. I also cut out a tag. All right, so this is a nice size tag to put on here, and then you guys can tell me whether we have hello, whether we have happy birthday, whatever. You guys can let me know. So I've got some paper here. This is from the Tea Boutique set, which is beautiful paper, and I'm actually going to put that on here. This is Starry Sky. This color here is Orchid Oasis. Okay, so these are both new colors from our latest offering of in colors, and I'm going to cut this down, and I'm going to have it, let me start with 9, and if it's too wide, it might be too wide, but let's try it. Let's see. Yeah, it's too wide. I'm going to go down to 8. And then I'm going to make some strips, and I'm going to pop them on across my page. Now, once again, I'm not sure. I'm going to try, let's have a look and see if 1 inch is about right. So I really am literally making this up as I go. I know what I want it to look like, but I want to make sure that I have it measured. So I'm just doing 1 inch strips. So obviously it's 6 by 6 paper. That means I'm going to get 6 1 inch strips across. Okay, and I'm not going to need, I think I'm only going to need 5 on my page, but let's have a look and see. And I can cut them down if I want to. So let's put this down. I'm going to have it so that's in the middle. So that's about there. I like to use grid paper to get things nice and straight. So these might be too wide. Maybe. Yeah, I think they're too wide. All right, so I'm going to go down a little bit. I'm going to go down to 2 centimeters. I know I'm switching between inches and centimeters, and that probably confuses everybody. All right. And let me have a little look. So something that's coming up, we have a big training day coming up with Stampin' Up. You know what? I made that crooked. Trying to be smart, and I've just made it crooked. Let me just, I'm going to pull these out and do it properly. Good thing I cut 6, hey? Goodness me. I must have bumped it with my finger when I put it down. That's better. Right, so we'll start with those at 2 centimeters each. And then I'm going to, this one's 2. That one's 2. Let's see how this is going. So yeah, that's much better. So 1, 2, and 3, like that. And then I have, see, it moved when I put it down. Sometimes you've got to be a little bit careful when you pop it down. And then we're going to need one more. Actually, you know what? It's not that crooked. I don't know what I'm thinking. It's the teensiest bit crooked. I can hear my family. They're having spaghetti bolognese. I'm going to join them when I'm done. So I didn't quite get time to finish it, making it before I started my live tonight. I was a little bit late. Normally I try and have dinner done beforehand. Oh, there you go, Anne. Nice to see you. All right, I'm actually, sometimes I pop these on dimensionals. I'm not going to worry about that tonight because I'm going to have my my tag on dimensionals. So I think I'll just pop them straight on. Let's go back to our Tombow. Tombow is my go-to glue, probably. I do like steel as well, but Tombow's the one I tend to use the most. And I'm going to pop that middle one on. And then here we go. I'm going to just put a little bit of glue in the middle of each one. It doesn't matter that they're not going to be stuck all the way around the edges because the tag's going to go onto the top and hold it all down anyway. Well, I shouldn't be working my way out. I should be putting it at the end and then putting one in the middle. That's always better. My daughter had a late birthday. She had a birthday breakfast. We all went out the other day for birthday breakfast. It was actually before my husband came home from America. So he's home now. He got home on Friday, which was really nice to see him. I met him at the airport and that was lovely. And okay, so it doesn't matter if they're not completely perfect because like some of this is going to be hidden by the label anyway, but that's pretty close. Okay. All right, now I've got this little thing here and I'm going to, this is going to be a landscape card and I'm going to have my, I can do a hello friend. So we could do a hello and then have friend, or I could do a happy birthday. I'm thinking hello friend maybe. What do you guys think? Everyone's gone very quiet. Okay. I'm going to do the hello in the lighter color. And I'm going to just do a test first to see how dark this is because it's a fairly new. See, that's, maybe I will do a really quick stamp with it. And I'm going to pop it sort of here in the middle like this. And then I'm going to get my darker ink, which is the Starry Sky, okay, which is the color of the base. And we're going to put friend, hello in the lighter color. Yes, it is. Yes. And then the friend is going to be in the darker color. And hello friend, says Nicole. Yep. I think that's the one we want. Oh, you're enjoying watching. Well, that you must all be mesmerized because, you know. Where's my friend? Here it is. Right. And I'm going to pop that on a C-size block, which I think is about right. Yep, and we're going to do that in the Starry Sky, which is quite a bit darker than the orchid. And we're going to pop that right there. So now we have our hello friend. Can you see that? Now, I'm deciding what color ribbon to put on my tag. So my tag's going to be on here. So far I've stuck with my blues. Do I keep to like a white ribbon with a, I've got some twine in the different colors, or I could color one of my ribbons. So for example, I could color a white ribbon with Parakeet Party. That would look nice. Or even we could do it with the Tahitian Tide. That would look nice. because these are great little colors, right? Don't you love these? Did your daughter have a lovely birthday? She did. And she went out today with some of her friends, like people from school and uni and stuff. Actually, I think it ended up being mostly people from school. And so that meant her new boyfriend got to go along and meet some of them for the very first time. So I think she was a bit nervous about that, you know, meeting all the old friends. So I'm deciding what color to do this. So I think there are quite a number of options. Also, we have in our in colors, we have the matte dots. Look, aren't they nice? Those will go really nicely. Keep it blue, says Rose. And Rose, you're the first one. So do you mean for the ribbon, we keep it blue and we go with, I can either go with a white ribbon. So for example, I could go with white ribbon and then tie off. We have these. See, these are in the in colors as well. So these are all a match. Don't you love having stuff match? That is my favorite stuff about Stampin' Up, is that everything coordinates. Love that. Just love it. I know the dots are really, really cool. Sweet sorbet colored ribbon. Ooh, that would kind of be a red, white, and blue nautical kind of a feel, don't you think? So Rose said keep it blue, but I don't know what blue she means. Then Joan was next and said Tahitian tied. All right, so I could either go white ribbon and use maybe a twine to tie it off so that you would have a bit of colour, or I can go with some seam binding ribbon, which is always a good thing to pop through, and then we make this whatever colour we like. One of these maybe the Tahitian tied. Maybe that's the go. Maybe that's the colour. Oh, glitter ribbon, says Jodie. Of course you do. Sparkle in colour ribbon. Do you know? I don't have it, Megan. I would probably do that, but I don't have it, so I can't. One thing I haven't purchased for myself yet is the sparkle ribbon. I'm going to try the Tahitian, and let's see how that looks, because that might be nice. And then the glitter ribbon. You know, you can colour the glitter ribbon as well. Maybe we should try that. Hang on. Let me get the glitter ribbon and see what that looks like coloured. So this is the white glitter ribbon, and it's nice because it's quite iridescent glitter in it. Can you see all the different colors in there? Beautiful. So that's really, really lovely. Let's try coloring this and see. I don't know if it's going to work or not because I've not tried it. Has anyone seen it done? This is the darker Tahitian tied, because I think the glittery bits are still going to be like iridescent. Let's see if it can be done. Oh, what do we think? Do we like this? That might be the go. So there we go. Something different I haven't tried. Right, so when I do a thicker ribbon like this that I don't want to tie in a bow, because it's a little stiffer, and I don't like tying this one in a bow. Tahitian tied, everyone's saying, oh, that's a nice idea. Do you know the blue organza ribbon? I'm just trying to think. From the Gnome Suite, wasn't it the Balmy Blue? Or is it not? Let's have a look. The Gnome Suite. I think it's here on one of these pages. So this one is, yeah, that one is actually the Balmy Blue and White double stitched ribbon. I don't think that's the one we meant. But anyway, let's see. What other ribbon is there in this suite? Up here we've got the iridescent trim. We have Balmy Blue and White double stitch ribbon, which I don't have yet, this one. The golden vanilla satin edge ribbon, which wouldn't be right on this card, but it's really pretty. The gold shimmer ribbon, the natural woven ribbon, the red and green, real red garden green ribbon combo pack, the silver threaded twine, and the soft sea foam. The soft sea foam is nice, but I don't know that I want to introduce a new color on here. So let's, I mean, even though Tahitian tied is a new color, it does go really well with these two because it's part of the in color suite, right? Let's try that and see. And it's very sparkly. What do you think, Jodie? Is this to your liking? Do we like this? All right, I'm going to use, the next question is which twine Do we want to do Tahitian, the Tahitian and white baker's twine, or do we want to use, we've got Starry Sky and we've got Orchid Opulence. We've got all three. We've got lots of choices. Blue organza in the main caddy. Maybe we do. Let me have a look and see. It's hard to keep a track of them all, isn't it? Oh, I know the one you're thinking. You're thinking of the Pool Party sheer ribbon, probably. That's like an organza, and it's Pool Party, so a really light. I've got that. That's a really lovely ribbon. It's one of my favorites. This one is called Pool Party sheer ribbon. I think that's the one you might be thinking of. And that would go really nicely with the Gnome Suite. And it also goes really nicely with just about all kinds of things. I'm going to try this. And Megan said Orchid Oasis for the twine. So let's try that, because I think that might be a nice contrast to this. So pull that through a little bit. And then I'm going to trim it off. But first of all, I'm going to tie this around. So when you've got a bulky ribbon that you don't want to tie, or if it's a little bit stiff, don't tie it. Just pop it through and then tie a bit of twine around it. That's a really good cheat to get your ribbon to work well for you. Without taking a, so you still get to show off the beautiful ribbon, but you don't have to worry about the bow looking all wonky or weird. And we don't like wonky or weird, right? So let's pop that through here. And of course, we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. I'm going to trim that off. And I think I'll have to make that a little bit shorter. I do like the Tahitian tied blends on that ribbon. That's really nice. I might have to make my ribbon all different colors now. Now I've seen how good this looks. This is nice. And you guys get to see, you guys are really good at helping me make up my mind, these kind of decisions, I can't make them by myself. Well, I guess I do sometimes make them by myself, but it's nice to have help. I'm going to use some dimensionals behind here. Oh, look, there's a bit of another piece of paper stuck right there. And this piece here, here, and here. Oh, I keep saying Orchid Opulence. You guys need to train me better, because I tell you what, I am terrible at saying that. We used to have a colour called Orchid Opulence. They shouldn't have brought out another colour that had the word orchid in it, because they should have known that I was going to struggle with that, right? There we go. Look at that. All right. So now we get to pick. I think because we use Tahitian tied, we should go with Tahitian tied for our dots. What do you guys think? Am I right? Oh, you still have your Orchid Opulence ink pad? Yeah, it's not a blue. It's definitely purple. Definitely. All right. So I'm going to use the Tahitian tied for this. And I'm going to have one down here. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Aren't these lovely? I love these. I love these. These are so nice. And maybe a little guy up the top here somewhere. What do you think? That's kind of cute. All right, and then of course we need to put it on the white card base. So I've got some basic white thick cardstock here that's cut in half, and then I just fold it in half again. And that's a great card base size. And where did I put the... Didn't we just use a bone folder? Didn't I use one before? What have I done with it, guys? Whatever. I will find it sometime over the next little while and bone fold it down. But in the meantime, I'm not going to make you wait while I try and find it. I'm just going to stick that on. Yep, the Tahitian tied dots are the go. They are the bomb. And I know the blue tones are nice, aren't they? I've always had, when I was a kid, I've always liked blue. And I remember I was trying when I was still at home, and I was crocheting I thought a granny blanket. That was my aim. I think I only got about 20 squares in and abandoned it, because that's, that's what you do when you're little. I had great ideas but never followed through. And but I had this idea, and the 20 or so squares I made were all in different shades of blue. There's a white in the middle and then a light blue and getting gradually darker onto the outside. And they were beautiful. They really looked good. At some point, my mum must have gotten rid of them because they were taking up space and not being finished. But what I really liked was the fact that I've always had this thing for blues, always. And last year, or earlier this year, this winter, some of you may have seen that I finally got to finish my first blanket, and it's not blue. It's blue and yellow and white and like a sea green. But I'm still really happy with it. It's still really nice. And what do we think? Do we like our card? I think it turned out really pretty. Very happy with that. So we made 2 fun cards tonight. We made the card with the beautiful copper. Let me grab it. This one. I'm not sure which one's going to make it into the thumbnail for the YouTube video. Probably this one. But I think they both turned out really nice. I'm very happy with both of those. It was in a past live. Yeah. Still having Linda moments, I know. I've been practicing the in color story I gave you. I don't remember. I'm so sorry. Yeah, please tell me again. I don't remember this. Was it saying the wrong thing, Orchid Opulence instead of Orchid Oasis? Oh, I'm glad you like it. All right. Well, thank you guys for being with me tonight, and I hope you all had a fabulous weekend. I'm looking forward to a great week ahead. I've got lots of things coming up. For anyone who hasn't been watching for a little while, you may not know I've started a new thing called Craft Along, and the next one is the 22nd of October. So that's not next Saturday, but the one after, 2 p.m. Sydney time. So for those of you over in the US, it would be Friday evening or later on Friday. But it will be 2 p.m. our time here in Sydney. And I'm going to be doing easel cards this month, okay? For those of you who ordered with me last month, you'll be getting a packet in the mail before that date. So it arrives in time, and all you've got to sit down is you can make it with me live, or you can watch the replay. For those of you who don't have packets, that's okay. You can still watch the replay. You can follow along and see all the bits and pieces. If you're in my team, you will also get the tutorials that are available after it, just for being in the team. You don't have to do anything to get those. The people who got the supply packets will also get those, and everyone else is very welcome to purchase them if they wish. Okay, so those tutorials will have lots of different styles of easel cards and lots of different ideas of how to decorate them and what to do with them. I'm really looking forward to doing it. I did run a poll over on my VIP group, and people told me that they really wanted to see more fun fold cards. So easel cards are a type of fun fold card, and I think you're going to really like them. So bye everyone. I'm looking forward to seeing you all next Friday night, and then hopefully on the Craft Along the week after that. So have a fantastic week ahead, and enjoy. I'm glad you enjoyed the cards tonight. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.